Hey everybody, this is Devin Vasco with Homeschool House Calls, and we have going on our 14 days of curriculum. So today we're going to talk about first grade curriculum picks. So as always, I have to start with my spiel. I have a platform here. Less is more with littles. Less is more. First grade. This is not. They're still little. Um, With preschool, I always judge by 1 minute per year they've been alive, and that is your sweet zone for getting their attention with anything. Think the first grade, you're around six ish, seven ish. So, tops 15 minutes per subject. I would not really do too much more. Lisi would finish her schoolwork and during first grade in about 45 minutes. Lots of creative play still, lots of directed independent learning. That's my new word for it. I will be doing a separate video on that. It will not be during this season, this series. It will be after, and I may do another series where we're just talking about creative play and directed independence. Very, very important. Learning is play based for this age. Really, learning is play based for everybody because just think if you're enjoying something, you're going to learn it more and it's going to take you less time. So, first things first, if you're looking for a scope and sequence, use the World Book Typical Course of Study. I much prefer it. I've shown it on the other videos. I'm going to show you too. I just forgot to change it to, I forgot to change it to kindergarten. Give me just a minute to screen share and we'll do that real quick. This will give you a guideline. Your state will have a scope and sequence. You can look that up. You would just Google first grade scope and sequence and the name of your state. It would pull it up. I just happen to think that the World Book Typical Course of Study is a little bit easier for someone without a teaching degree to read. I have a degree, but not in teaching. So here is what it looks like. Really easy. Let me make sure that you see what I see because sometimes things get glitchy. So here it is, a curriculum guide, arts. Remember, this is for the whole year, and they will not cover all these things every day. Most of them will coordinate into groups, and you can coordinate things together to learn. Um, Health and safety, language arts. Um, I think many children automatically physical science, social studies. Now, that's all here, but let me say this. I, as a homeschool mom, I only cover phonics and math until they can read fluently. Does that mean we're not doing things that learn? They pick up many of these things through play. But when it comes to sit down curriculum, I only do phonics and math. Why? No, well, not why, but if you live in a state, always check your state laws. Around first grade is when you have to register in most states. Some have dropped to age 5. My state is you don't register until 6. That's first grade. Check your laws and make sure you have the freedom. In my state, I have no subject requirements. I can drop back to phonics and math only. If not, you're going to have more, but you can cover many of those other things outside of phonics and math in everyday play. Um, but that's just first, you're going to have to check your law. And I meant to make a bullet point for it and I forgot. Sorry. Check your laws and make sure your state is what your state requires. Mine is free. We've got some requirements, but we do not have subject requirements. We have attendance requirements. So do that. Now, always narrow your overwhelm. Ask yourself the questions. Do you want faith-based or secular? Because that's going to be a big divide. And then that's, you're like splitting all the curriculum and you won't have to go over it. Do you want online or offline? My kids are back. So online or offline, let me go to my thing. For littles, I think it's best that their main source of curriculum be offline because this is the moments that you want to catch the issues. If you have them completely online, you will not catch them. It won't be easy. And I get that there are many of us working mamas. I get that. Just be present for at least part of your curriculum. Math is, I think, works pretty well online. Most of my teams are online for math. Even Lacey, if I had a low enough curriculum, if there was a curriculum that started in first or second grade online, I probably wouldn't be completely against it because I think math translates online pretty well. Language arts, phonics, never. There are great resources to support and encourage and supplement, but you want to make sure that they are getting everything because it's so important. Reading is so, so, so important. These are the foundational years you want to know. So, what do I use for first grade for curriculum? I use American Language Series. Each of my kids have been different. It is a phonics curriculum. It also has math. I have used with some of them in kindergarten, sometimes in first grade. Lacey, I did in first grade. Very advanced. When they finish the program, they're reading on about a second grade level. They read well. They are not what I would call fluent yet. Fluency is something that comes after you finish phonics, and that's something else phonics programs will not tell you. So after you finish the phonics, you still have to practice reading. So I don't add in signs and all the extras until they are fluent, because otherwise I am the one reading the book to them and making sure that they comprehend what they read. Even after fluency, you've got to make sure they comprehend. There's a lot of moving parts with phonics. So, how do um, you narrow it down? Faith-based or secular, online or offline? Here are some of my top picks for this age group. American Language Series, faith-based. Phonics, they also have math component. Works beautifully. The Good and Beautiful, you can even use their free downloads. I have a video that talks about how to use it on the tablet, but even if you buy it, it is not overly priced. Master Books is faith-based. They have first grade, and they will even include science and everything. But for phonics, Explode the Code has been around many, many years. They work well. If you want secular, Wild Learning is one that is on the scene that's very Charlotte Mason based, very easygoing, very gentle, lots of outdoor activities. I think she is one to watch. The other one is Blossom and Root, very Charlotte Mason secular. I have not used them because I love all curriculum. But I'm honestly I'm not secular. I have used secular curriculum. I'm not against it. My teens are using secular. I use it. I make a judgment on whether it meets my needs first. But I personally, I have not used these for these two. Another one is 5 in a row or before 5 in a row. That is a good one. Very, it's basically unit study, gentle, literature based. Sunlight is another good one. But those are the ones I have used. The Good and Beautiful, before 5 in a row, and what's the other one? I forgot. My mind went blank. I've used lots of bits and pieces. First language lessons. There's lots of really great ones out there, but my top ones, if you want secular, I would look at Blossom and Root, or Wild Learning. If you're faith-based, I would look at The Good and Beautiful or American Language Series. Those are my top picks, and I hope that helps. Drop a link below and let us know what you would use for first grade, because I know you're watching this and you have ideas. Drop them below. We'll look at them. It helps each other out. Other than that, come back tomorrow. We'll talk about second grade, which is where my baby is, and I will tell you what we're doing with her, and I'll tell you some other stuff I've used for that age too. So see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.